watching Thrifty Kaniffy.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Well, today we're going to be looking at a Rosecraft blades knife. This is a recent release, came out about the time that the Atlanta Blade Show was going on over that weekend. This is the Loosahatchie jack. So a quick look at the packaging here. We've got Rosecraft Blades logo on the front, the interlocking RC there. We make knives for people who love knives. Website information on the side. And then we've got a drawer pull that reveals a little felt line cutout, foam cutout, and then you have the D2 blade, so you probably need to protect that with some paper. Nice job of packaging this in a compact space, but yet doing a great job of keeping the knife, well protected in shipping. Always have been a fan of these type of boxes. So here's your Rosecraft Loosahatchie jack RCT010-YW, and your country of origin there is China. We're going to be looking at this fella today, so let's go over some of the specs right off the bat here. We've got 3 5/8 inch length, pretty similar to, let's say, a English style Barlow, right? And you can see the length there, it's just about the same. So even though they're calling this a jackknife, I would kind of more refer to it as a English Barlow style knife. You have stainless bolsters and stainless shield, stainless pins, and a D2 semi-stainless blade. You have the swedging there with a long pull, very good access to the long pull there, like how that ramps up and is in a really good position to open the blade. You have a single thread on the bolsters, just nice and plain there with this rosebud shield. I will say that the shield is a little bit off center, goes to the right a bit, and kind of about a 1 o'clock position. Now, if we go back and look at the original Loosahatchie jack, which had the dragon scales, you can see this is much more aligned with the center pin. So maybe they made a little foul up there in the manufacturing process. Not sure. Maybe in future runs they'll go back and try to correct that a little bit. But yeah, that's a little bit off. But that's about the only downside to this knife. Just really well made. You have this yellow sandalwood. Great grain pattern here on the knife. It looks very attractive. The hafting is fantastic. The center of the pivot has no edginess around the bolster there. The tang is rolled over a bit, so there's no sharp edge there on the corner there. And then if we look at the back side, oh, that's really smooth. If we look at the back side, we get some really, really nice grain pattern on the back. Sort of drops down. A little more interesting, I think, than the front, which is a little more typical, just a normal wood grain. This one looks a little fancier. But awesome, awesome looking exterior to this knife. We got half stop on this clip point blade. Pull on it's about 7.5 to 8. Very good lockup, very confident in use. With that extra length that you get on this Barlow, like I said, about 3 5/8 inch. Your standard American Barlow is more like 3 3/8 inch. So you get a little more handle material there to grab hold of, and a little more body to it. So really like these English style type Barlows. But let's take a measure of the blade. Again, D2 steel. You get 2 3/4 inch overall length, so UK legal, and then a just shy of 2.5 inches on your cutting edge there. Nice swedge there where the clip is, and a good full body on it, like you do see on these English Barlows. So just very reminiscent to me of more of a Sheffield made knife. They've done a great job of the way this looks, and I'm a big fan of the Sheffield knives as it is. So to make one that's like that, in a more modern way, kind of cool for me to see. So here's your Tang etch on this side. You get Annie Armstrong's maker's mark there, D2 steel. And again, the model number, RCT010-YW for yellow. Then over here on this side, we have the Rosecraft Tang stamp. I like seeing that they've done the Tang stamp. I know that Case has kind of gone away from that. I really wish they'd go back. I think this is evidence of seeing that, you know, to me, that's a better way of doing these traditional style knives. But I can't just say enough about how fabulous the walk and talk is on this knife. Just probably the best of even the Rosecrafts that I have. Just really well done. It locks in there with a lot of confidence, with a great length of handle that just like perfectly fits into my hand. And yeah, this is definitely a knife that I would want to carry. But with the wood there, just a great choice for a handle option. Now they also offer a red sandalwood, which is a little bit darker, I think, on most knives. Of course, with the wood, it always varies a little, so you may even actually have some red sandalwood that are lighter than the yellow. I'm not really 100% sure about that, but I could see that being the case with some of them. But I really wanted the kind of the lighter color, so I went with this particular one, and I think that was a good choice. I already have some more, you know, more burgundy style handles, so I wanted to go with just a bit yellow or a little more lighter color sandalwood. But I think this is an awesome design. You know, not too bothered by the rosebud shield being off by a little bit there. You can see again, like, this one's just a little straighter there, so would be nice to have them correct that at some point. But hopefully they're aware of that. But overall, really good centering on the blade. You know, you don't have any gapping here. Those integral bolsters with their stainless liner and integrated into the bolster there. Beautiful threading on the bolster. I really like the way they've done that. They kind of use that same threading on all their knives, traditional knives, and I'm a big fan of the way that they do that. Looks fantastic to me. Not too narrow, not too wide, just kind of the right depth and spacing between, say, the handle and where it starts on the bolster. I just really think that's really well designed. But yeah, with the stainless integral bolsters, there should be a really rugged design and a fantastic back spring there, and get a lot of action out of these blades. So really well done, Rosecraft blades knife. I was a big fan of the first one. You know, I think that the pull is actually stronger on this new one. I would say this is more of a 7 pull, whereas this one's more of a 7.5, 8. But still fantastic that they offered now with different handle options, and maybe they'll continue to do other ones too. Wouldn't mind seeing a micarta or something else in the future with this. But just a fantastic knife design, again, much like a English Barlow, and I am a massive fan of English Barlows. So to see more knives made in that way, made to look that, that's a plus for me. But that's going to do it for my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell to be made aware of videos when they drop. We'll see you next time. Take care.